Now, with the changing scenarios, don't you think work from home is the new rule, or isn't work from home the new fashion which is dominating the kind of the industry nowadays? Well, yes, it is. And because work from home has now become so common and is kind of ruling the IT industry, well then, as a leader, you really need to know as to how do you actually manage your team which is working from home, because the entire onus lies on you. Well, most welcome to Tutorials Point. In this video, let us go ahead and see what are the effective leadership tips to manage work from home. Let's go ahead. Okay, now first and the foremost thing, what is the main difference when we used to work in the office and now that most of us are working from home? What is the main difference? So the main difference is that at home, it's kind of, we don't have our friends around, we don't have anyone to hang out with, in the sense that your regular office friends and the kind of environment that you have in office where you can also relax for some time, rejuvenate yourself. But when you are at home, the schedules are so disturbed because everything is work from home now. So what is the first thing that as a leader should come to your mind? Well, you need to extrude loneliness for your remote working teams, because if they are feeling very lonely, most of the times they will not be able to concentrate as much on their work as they used to in office, right? So just in order to kind of tick off that possibility, you need to definitely extrude loneliness. You might as well want to introduce maybe a half an hour session a day or maybe a week wherein your entire team gets together, talks to each other, maybe plays a game or something which is kind of way less formal. You might as well find your ways around, but it is extremely important to strike off loneliness for the entire team which is working from home if you want it to be as productive as it was in the office. Okay, now here is yet another very important point which needs to be kept in mind during the time when you're managing work from home as a leader. You need to prioritize effective communication for avoiding any misunderstanding. So, well, this is the biggest drawback which you might face with your remotely working team. So when everyone is present in the office, communication is sort of very easy. But when the teams are remotely working, it becomes very tough to communicate effectively. So do not forget to leave any gap of communication. I mean, do not forget to basically fulfill all the gaps which might happen in communicating any message that you want to, because communication gaps will definitely lead to a loss of productivity, and it might be kind of a hindrance for most of the people who are working from home, especially as a leader. If the entire onus lies in you, well, you need to manage communication very effectively with your entire team. So do lay a lot of preference on communication. Okay, well, let the employees know their importance in the firm. So just because someone is not sitting in a very office environment doesn't mean that their importance has gone down, and this might come to most of the people's mind when they are working from home, because the setup might not be the same, the environment might not be the same, and they might just start feeling that, okay, this is like a daily routine humdrum job which I just need to do and get my salary at the end of the month. And this sort of mindset is sort of very destructive for any member, to happen in an organization. So as a leader, do not forget to make people believe what their kind of status and what their importance in the organization is. So keep on praising them, even if your teams are remotely working. That will sort of create that touch and that contact, and will not let the member feel lonely or excluded out of the office, right, or out of the entire team. So lay a lot of focus on giving importance to every organization, every person of the organization, no matter where they are working from. Okay, well, very important. You need to make sure that the employees have a suitable work setup. So Well, if the facilities are somewhere, or if the equipment which they need, or if all the, every amenity which is required for every member to work effectively, if that is missing, well then definitely the productivity is going to go for a loss, and you don't want that to happen. So make sure that everything is available. The availability of any thing which people do require to fulfill their tasks is not hindered, and you as a leader need to definitely take care of this thing, especially with your own team members, right? So working setup should not at all be disturbed, otherwise people will lose interest in their work, and ultimately you will have to face the brunt of it. Okay, well, very important thing. You gave everything. You made every employee very comfortable. Now, what is it that they need to do? Well, they need to fulfill their task, because you have left no stone unturned to make them feel comfortable. So, use remote employee monitoring software so that you know that every person is meeting the target, because now they don't have any reason to complain really, because you're sort of fulfilling every wish, or you're sort of making all the efforts to make everything as organized as it was in the regular office. So which is why you need to use these softwares to monitor whether the people are working, or whether the people are actually fulfilling their tasks or not, right? So do not forget to use remote employee softwares to monitor that they are fulfilling their task every day and they are doing their work as they have promised, because you have given them every facility, and now you don't need, there should be no reason that they are not fulfilling their regular tasks. So as a leader, do keep a check on the regular whatever targets they have, so that no one should take it for granted, neither the employees nor the organization or the leader, right? So, well, I'm sure all these things are going to help you a lot to monitor working from home teams very effectively. Well, I'll see you again in the next video. Till that time, keep learning with Tutorials Point and Tutorix. Have a good day.